A new open source Chinese AI model has caused a massive freakout on Wall Street. So, this company called DeepSeek just recently, well, not recently, it was actually back in December, they released a free open source language model, AI, back in December of last year that is now causing companies in the US to freak the F out. According to CNN, the one-year-old startup revealed a chat GPT-like AI model called R1, which has all the abilities, but operates at a fraction of the cost of OpenAI, Google's, or Meta's popular AI models. So it's being called pretty much revolutionary, all right? Now, the company said that it had spent just $5.6 million training its newest AI model, compared with the hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars US companies have spent on their AI technologies.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. In fact, you've got Mark Andreessen, a Trump supporter and one of the world's leading tech investors, calling DeepSeek, quote, or DeepSeek, one of the most amazing and impressive breakthroughs I've ever seen. Which, of course, I'm assuming that they're going to try to have Trump ban it. Because right now, the stock market is reacting pretty poorly to this news. In fact, NVIDIA, the leading supplier of AI chips, whose stock more than doubled in each of the past 2 years, fell 12% in pre-market trading, about 18% after trading open. Meta, Alphabet, which is Google's parent company, were also down sharply. Marvel, Broadcom, Palantir, Oracle, many other tech giants. The 7 tech giants have lost over $1 trillion, somewhere near $2 trillion. All right. Absolute disaster. Keith Lerner, analyst at Truist, said that the DeepSeek model rollout is leading investors now to question the lead that U.S. companies have and how much is being spent and whether that spending will lead to profits or overspending. Now, let me note, once again, the Chinese model, R1, it is open source and free. So that is opposed to all the US models, which again are obviously built for profit. So now the other thing about this, China is not supposed to have access to high-powered chips. And that's thanks to US export controls. Basically saying, well, we're not going to give you access to these high-powered NVIDIA GPUs. No, we're going to keep them for ourselves. And then, build a whole bunch of data centers and everything that are going to use up all the water and cause, all this, use up all this electricity and stuff to do our AI models. And China's like, oh, yeah? All right, well, you go ahead. We're just going to make do with less then. And you know what? They did. Not only did they have less money to train their AI models, right? They actually end up having to use less energy and less water, less everything. And so, yeah, they made do with less, and they made something that is just as good as the other way more expensive and energy intensive and money intensive AI models. I mean, that's amazing. So this could be the end of the AI bubble right here. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, look, the Trump administration had planned to invest billions into AI supremacy, which, when you think about it, imagine if that, was instead invested in education, infrastructure, eradicating homelessness, things like that. That would be great. But, apparently no, the Trump administration was like, oh, we got to put it all into AI. Why? It's because all the tech bros that have lined up to swear fealty to Donald Trump. Okay. But we don't know if we're going to invest that now, which obviously is going to cause problems. It's going to piss off Zuck and all the other tech bros. Okay. Which is funny. I love seeing those asshats lose a bunch of money. Okay. But again, I don't know if this will be the end of the bubble, but certainly things have changed. Okay. Now, Axios notes that Trump's economic vision relied on massive growth, fueled by an AI boom that his closest advisors have sold as the country's future. But the same Axios article notes that if China can do AI better and faster at 1/1000th of the cost, it casts a shadow on the rationale for spending that kind of money and leaves the country playing catch up. So, here we go. United States playing catch up to China. I think there's a lesson in this. I guess the one thing is like, that's what happens when you don't support education. Okay. Especially higher education. Okay. Specifically. Because, where do you think these developers are, learning how to develop? Okay. Look, in America, we have a ridiculous, stupid way of funding higher education. We load up students with debt. So they're, they have to get jobs as bankers in order to pay their student loans. Okay. While also the tech industry loves their H-1B visas, so they're importing a bunch of people to work these jobs temporarily, right? And so these projects never get done. And then, of course, you've got the tech, tech CEOs that are making money hand over fist and not reinvesting it, or they're looking at these gigantic bubbles that they're creating on Wall Street, and they're not actually looking to see if whether or not they're creating is actually a good product or not. No, they're looking at what's going to be my returns for the shareholders. And so, no wonder China's kicking our ass. Okay? And then there's talk about, we got to get the tech pros more tax cuts and more deregulation. Well, it hasn't seemed to work very well. And look, now here you've got these companies that are losing their shirt right now, okay, as a result of this. Now they're going to have to go and probably implement these very same changes, which also means that, now they're not going to have to do billions of dollars to train their AI models. Ultimately, this would be a good thing, but definitely not for the current American tech sector. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.